Pleased to be joined by Dr. Robert Scott Bell. A lot of people know you from your radio show and various media throughout the country and throughout the world, and happy to have you here today. Let's first talk a little bit about silver, and there are many benefits to this mineral. Can you just touch on a few of those?
Well, silver is a normally occurring trace element. It comes in through food and water, typically. Water, including tap water, contains measurable amounts of trace amounts of silver. And of course, we go to spring water, tap water, seawater, as well as if we talk about milk. This is the thing that surprises most people.
Really?
It's in cow's milk and goat's milk and human breast milk. Normal constituent, measurable constituent of human breast milk. So if a mom feeds her baby, going to feed her some silver. So it's a normal thing. It's in whole wheat and whole grains. It's in the soil. It's a very high content in medicinal and edible mushrooms. Of all the plants and foods on the planet, mushrooms contain the highest quantities of silver. And in that term, or in that regard, we realize that it is not a foreign or strange toxic metal per se, like mercury or cadmium or lead or arsenic or aluminum even. And that was an important thing for me to understand as well, because as a homeopath I work with non-toxic substances, and in fact many people that have come to me over the years, including their children, have been very metal toxic due to mercury, aluminum, and other things. So for me to work with silver, I had to be able to find a form of it, or a species, if you will, of silver that would be non-toxic, non-accumulating, and that could be utilized for all the wonderful benefits that it has. That some people know a lot about a few of them, but there are a lot more that people aren't aware of.
When we talk about silver, just to clear up any misconceptions, are we still talking about the metal that, you know, people put gold and silver together?
Yeah, a shiny, conductive, noble metal. Yeah, in fact, as a trace element, we're not talking about chewing on coins necessarily, although I had a great story of taking a coin. Remember when silver was money?
Yes.
Actually, it still is technically, but that's another story. You know, I had one of these crocks, if you have, with the 5-gallon water jugs you put on there. And every month I'd have to open it up, clean it, because there was a slimy kind of substance that would grow on it every month. And then I said, you know, as I was learning more about silver and its properties, and we can get into that, I said, what if I do like they did in the Old West and then throughout ancient times? I threw a silver coin, an old silver coin in there, and a year later, I kept checking it. A year later, still no slime. Never had to clean it out. Yeah. And so there's a reason for that. The question was, what is the reason? What is it doing? And how can we harness that to be utilized in the body, whether it be an animal or a human or a baby? And that's really the key for me, because this is a substance that is so profound that literally it may be the dividing line between the lower microbial world and the higher mammalian life forms, that without silver we couldn't be here.